Hi friends, thanks for watching. Let's have some fun today because I want to show you a really simple way you can create a monthly residual income equivalent to having $5 to $10 million in the bank and do it in less than 3 years. Are you ready? Here's a quick question for you. Have you ever thought about what it would be like if you could own your life? This is what I think it means to own your life. You have all the time, all the money, and your health to do all the things you'd like to do whenever you'd like to do them with the people you love. And do it at a time in your life when you can really enjoy it the most. But here's the problem. When you subtract out the hours we spend sleeping, working, commuting, taking care of all our normal everyday responsibilities, most of us are left with less than 2 hours a day to do what we'd like to do. And then, do we have the money or energy to do it? So how can you own your life? Can you do it with a job? You know, a job. For most of people, that means to be just over broke. Your boss owns you 8 to 10 hours a day. It takes time to commute to and from work. When you get home, you're too exhausted from all the stress of the day. So can you do it with a job? Probably not. How about owning a traditional business or a franchise? Either of those usually require a lot of time and a large investment. And unfortunately, 20% of new businesses close within the first year and 50% fail within 5 years. And even if you're fortunate enough to be successful owning a business, in reality, your business really owns you. You work 10, 12, 14 and more hours a day, usually 7 days a week, and that certainly isn't owning your life, at least not by any definition I know. So how can you own your life? Well, we've discovered a way a person can own their life by building a unique home-based business for themselves, but not by themselves. We have a system that is so simple, anybody can do it. It doesn't require selling, and the best part is it won't take up much of your time. We sincerely want to help those people who want to break free from their day-to-day grind. The ones who dream of owning their time, cherishing their health, creating wealth, and sharing life's best moments with the ones they love, and at the same time, help their family and friends do the same thing. So now when people ask me, how can you do it? I tell them right up front, the only way the average person is going to be able to own their life in a short period of time is by learning how to build a true network marketing business the correct way. You see, network marketing is the most powerful business model for creating residual income and time freedom in a relatively short period of time. But here's the catch. 100% of the people who are not in network marketing don't understand it. And 80 to 90% of the people in it don't understand it. They're told, make a list of everybody they know, then sell them and recruit them until they end up joining the NFL club. You know, that's the No Friends Left club. You'd be amazed at how many network marketing company owners don't understand it either. Every network marketing company I ever joined only wanted me to learn all about their products, buy them, sell them, and recruit other people to do the same. And I eventually failed at all of them. What I found out was as soon as I tried talking to a person about a product or a service or a business opportunity first, they knew I was trying to sell them something, or they thought I was trying to get them to sell something, and 95% of the people ran the other way. So that doesn't work, and my business stopped growing. And the reason it didn't work is because 95% of the people in the world are non-sales types. They can't see themselves trying to sell something or recruit and train somebody else to sell something. So guess what? They won't join a network marketing company because they don't want anything to do with any of that. So we don't do it that way. I want to help you discover how to do it a different way with a system that's so simple, anyone with a little desire can learn it in less than 10 minutes and be able to teach it to somebody else in less than 10 minutes. and it's been proven to work effectively by thousands. No, by millions of people over the past 55 plus years. What we do is use what's called the lifestyle approach. And we do it for a couple of different reasons. First of all, 95% of the people in the entire world want a better life. They want a nicer home, they want a nicer car, they want to spend more time with their family and their friends. And you know, there are thousands of things that people want. The other 5%, they already own their life. But we say they want to live forever, so they make great customers. Just remember this point. With our system, we have 100% of the people in the world to talk to, which is just absolutely huge. It makes the business so much more fun and so much more simple, because this is how you can bring someone new into your business and quickly give them enough information that they can start sponsoring and building a business from day one. And get this, without them having to virtually know anything, okay? The first step is to simply ask someone that one simple question. Have you ever thought about what it would be like if you could own your life? All we want to do with this lifestyle approach is talk to people about what they want. Or if you can't talk, or if you're too shy to talk, you can let them read a lifestyle card like this. And of course, if they want something, then we have them scan the QR code that's on the back of the card so they can read or listen to the first 4 chapters of this book. This book called Own Your Life by Don and Nancy Fala. When they read the first 4 chapters, they're going to understand how network marketing works. And we coined that as now you know how to drive. And of course, when they know how to drive, they need a vehicle. So we just send them over to our company's website so they can take a look at the company, the products, and the marketing. And that's it, folks. The whole system boils down to 3 steps. Do this, do that, and send them to a website. So there you go. I just taught you everything you need to know to be able to build as big a network marketing business as you want in about 30 seconds. Do this, do that, and send them to a website. Once you find out what someone wants and you show them how they can get it by doing this and doing that and sending them to a website, they'll realize that that's all you have to do to bring someone new into your business with just this information, and they can start sponsoring and building a business from day one and do it without having to virtually know anything. You'll believe you've struck gold. If you can remember that, you can forget everything else I teach you in this webinar, because that's what the system is all about. If you're talking more than that, folks, you're talking too much. Talking is your worst enemy. We have to learn to talk just enough, then let the tools do the instructing for you. The more you talk to your prospect, the more he or she will begin to think they can't or don't want to do what you're doing. The less you say, the more they understand how easy it is to do this business. So again, you ask them the question, you stop talking, you do this, and you do that, and that's the whole system, folks. It's very important that you get the point, because I want you to understand the simplicity of this system and what it can ultimately do for you and your family's lives. It's so amazing how excited people get when they get involved. They realize they can do it. So they stick around, they don't quit, and they build an incredible business of their own because they realize they can get whatever they want by helping other people get what they want. And when you consistently do this and teach others to do the same thing, you can build a business of your dreams, which you'll see how it works in just a few seconds. And that's why we grow so fast, because anybody can do it. and almost 100% of the population wants to have a better life. The simplicity of our system breeds duplication, and duplication is the name of the game in network marketing. Now, let me just show you what I mean by duplication by asking you another simple question. If you could see a way to put the equivalent, now note the word equivalent, of $5 to $10 million in the bank within the next 1 to 3 years, would you be interested in seeing a presentation that would last about 2 minutes? Well, almost everybody says yes to that. So this is how the presentation goes. How long do you think it would take you to find 5 friends who'd like to put the equivalent of $5 to $10 million in the bank in the next 1 to 3 years? Well, you want to know what most people tell me? About as fast as it takes them to jump on Facebook. So let's just say by simply allowing people to go through our system, they start learning what we teach, we find out, do they want something? Then they need to do this, and they need to do that, and we need to send them to a website. Now, by simply following the system, let's say it takes you 2 months to find 5 serious people, okay? All right, who want to own their life. And then you're going to help these 5 people find 5 more people who want to own their life. That means 25 more people join your team. Let's be conservative. Let's say that takes you 3 to 6 months for those 5 to find those other 25. Then when you and your first 5 people help the 25 find their 5 people, now you have an additional 125 people join your team. Let's give that 6 months to a year. All right, let's add that up. 5 plus 25 plus 125. That's 155 people in your business. Now, you're not going to be making a lot of money with 155 people, but do you know what you've done? You've laid the foundation for your business. So right now, you need to know one of the attributes of network marketing. You do have to have a little bit of patience until you lay that foundation. Remember, you're only working this part-time. I'm talking maybe 15 minutes, maybe an hour a day. So it might take you 6 months to a year to build that foundation of 155 people. But the key to your success is to be consistent. Do this, do that, and send them to a website until you get your 155 people. Because once you get to this point, trying to stop your business from absolutely exploding in size and profitability would be like trying to put out a fire by sprinkling gasoline on it. You simply cannot stop it at this point. We teach people to think of their business like they're building a huge skyscraper. When you put up a huge skyscraper, you have to build that solid foundation under it to keep it from falling down. Well, by building and teaching people to build their business the way we do, with the simplicity that we have in the system, do this, do that, and send them to a website. If you follow the system, you'll have 155 people in less than a year who are serious about owning their life. But more importantly, they know they can own their life because anybody can do this and do that and send them to a website. Look, I know I'm being repetitious, but I want to bring home the point that anybody can do this if they want to own their life. It always comes back to how simple the system is. Even an 8-year-old could teach another 8-year-old how to do this and do that and send them to a website. That's how much we've dumbed this down. But it absolutely works, folks, as you're going to see in a second. So let's take you out another year. When your initial 5 plus their 25 help their 125 find 5 more people, that's another 625 people who join your team. Let's say you're out 2 years now. And when those 625 people find their 5 people, you'll have another 3,125 people who join your team. How does that sound? Now you're just shy of 4,000 people in your company. okay? And if all these people are using just $25 to $50 of your company's products every month because they want to be in business, you would be earning a residual income of $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Do you realize that's the equivalent of having $5 to $10 million in the bank at today's interest rate? I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody who could save $5 to $10 million in the next 3 years and build this kind of legacy for their family for generations to come. But I do know that anybody using our simple system can develop a residual income of $5,000 to $10,000 a month within 3 years. Absolutely no question about it. That's the power of duplication. Start with just 5 people. Help them find 5 people and continue to repeat. Keep it simple, stay consistent, and help everybody do the same thing, and you'll build a life-changing business part-time. Having said that, just for fun, let's take your business out, let's say 1 more year. That's when you're 3,125 people, find their 5 people each. That's an additional 15,625 people who will join your business. Add that to your 4,000 people already on your team. You have almost 20,000 people in your business. Now, can you see what I meant when I said your business will absolutely explode in size and profitability? Because it doesn't stop there. If you're earning $5,000 to $10,000 a month with 4,000 people, I'll let you do the math. How much do you think you'll be earning with 20,000 people in your business? Are you starting to get the idea of how exciting this can be? Literally, anybody can build this kind of business if they just stick to this simple system and stay consistent. You know, every time I share this presentation, I get so excited all over again because I know what's in store for the people who get involved with us and stay consistent. When I first saw this presentation and really grasped what Don Failla, the author of Own Your Life, was telling me, I realized this was the answer to my prayers. I had been in business for myself for over 40 years, and it literally owned me. I was so tired of living with everyday pressure of dealing with employees, with their problems and having to please and serve customers and their problems and demands. And I was just not happy at all on that treadmill on the treadmill that I had created. I got into business because I had dreams of owning my life, but instead I got trapped in it owning me. And I just couldn't find the key to how to get out of my day-to-day rut until I read this book. Then I was like, oh my God, anybody can do this. I really can finally own my life. I finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can and I will finally be able to leave my children and grandchildren a legacy they will be able to share as it grows and grows for many, many years to come. I've joined Don's Dreamers and his organization of over 1.5 million people, which is still growing at the rate of 600 to 700 people a day. And to think, all these people in his business came from him sponsoring only 4 people over 20 years ago. I invite you to watch and read a boatload of testimonies on the effectiveness of the Own Your Life system. Visit donsapp.com. That's GetDonsapp.com. GetDonsapp.com. Then join us. In 1 to 3 short years, you can own your life with time, money, and freedom to live on your own terms. Then what would your life look like? Where would you like to travel? What would you like to drive? Where would you live? Who would you bless? When you own your life, anything's possible. Or you can just keep working 30 to 40 years at a job or continue to run a business that owns you. But why? All you need is 5 people who sincerely want a better life, which is just about everybody. Then teach those 5 how to teach their 5 and keep doing that until you have your 155 people. And in a very short time, you'll absolutely own your life. You'll have created a residual income equivalent to having $5 to $10 million in the bank. And even that will continue to grow for years to come. That's a legacy your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and beyond will never outlive. So now that you know how to drive, get back with the person who shared this video with you and get your vehicle. Go ahead. Envision your life when time, money, and your health are not an issue. Join us as we grow in faith, family, fun, and freedom. It's time you start to own your life. You know, I've always cherished the famous words of Zig Ziglar. You can have everything you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. Have a blessed day.